today as a time to kind of just kind of review. And I wanted to take questions and answer as many people as I can. Okay, very good. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so anyways, yeah, for those of you just joining us, I actually I made a mistake with the link. I had the link. So basically, I don't know if you noticed, but we've been using the same link for the past, I guess, 7 weeks. And I guess last week was the last week, was the seventh week. So I believe that link wasn't working. And I just caught it like at 1:55. So anybody that was trying to log in before that, I think they're having a hard time. So I just kind of want to wait a little bit, give them some time to join. Okay, so so basically we've covered things like picking and strumming and trying to put chords together with notes and melody. We've been doing strum patterns, things like that. I'm pretty sure that some of you, as you're practicing, may not be comfortable with certain things or might be a little confused. So I wanted to use today's lesson, and I actually have no lesson plan. Well, I never have a lesson plan, really. but today I kind of wanted to create the lesson plan based on questions that you guys might have and things like that. And then I can kind of go over some exercises to help you with those things. So just kind of, get some ideas. All right. And then, okay, I was kind of scrambling a little earlier, so let me get some stuff together. Give me a couple of minutes. Okay, so with that being said, so far, are there any questions? If not, I'll kind of just open up a discussion, like a little, oh, turn on. Nobody has any questions about anything? All right, then. Sounds good to me. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. I want you guys to, just kind of leave a comment. Um, let's just talk about singers, your favorite singer or great singers, male or female. Okay, it doesn't matter. Um, what are some things that, when you listen to somebody sing and you say, wow, I love her voice, or I love the way he sings, or whatnot. I want you guys to just kind of comment something that, like you like this singer because, okay, let's keep it strictly singing. So don't think about dancing while you sing or something. What is it about a singer that really makes you feel like, wow, this person can really sing? Okay, so take a minute, just kind of type something in there. Anytime. So, what is it about a singer? Okay. Okay, good. So these are good answers. The okay, showing emotion through your voice. Okay, good. So it's kind of like all the emotions and things like that, right? And it's so true because it's about like I always use this example when I'm talking, versus if I'm reading something, right? If I'm reading a book to you guys, like, aloha, everyone. How are you doing today? Did you practice this week? Like it sounds fake, right? And it sounds um, yeah, like it doesn't feel real. Okay, good. Okay, so you need to understand how to actually sing in a way where your voice, the tone of your voice, the way you phrase each word, the way you carry the melody, these are the things that can give you this emotion or this feeling, okay? So that's good, okay? So when we break it down to the ukulele, we have to think the same way. Okay, that's what we have to do. We're trying to play a melody with our instrument, but we're still trying to do the same things. We're trying to give out an emotion. We're trying to make our listener feel a certain way, okay? And it's the same thing. Like I said, a lot of it is tone, okay, or the sound of your instrument, and also the way you connect your notes, okay? And I bring this up because I don't know if you guys watched Jake's Facebook Live, or I think it's also on YouTube Live and Twitter Live, I think. But we kind of talked about this kind of stuff, tone and how you connect the notes, okay? So I just want to spend some time with this because this is very, very basic. And the example that I used, sorry, let me silent my phone. The example that I use is basically something like this, right? And we kind of talked about this, right? If I play something like this and I say, "Do you want to hear more?" You guys might say, "No, not really." And I'm gonna say, "No, no, but I didn't play a whole song. That's why if I play a whole song, do you want to hear more?" You're probably gonna say no. And if I ask you, "Well, what's your favorite song?" I'll play your favorite song. And you're still gonna say, "Nah, that's all right," just because of my tone and the way that I connected the notes. Just those two things were terrible. So you guys here are, okay? So I want to work on that because, like we said, right, with a great singer, when their voice is important, the way they connect the words and carry the melody and let out emotion. Once you hear that, even if it's just like 20 seconds or 10 seconds, you're gonna say, "I want to hear more." Sing more. And then they're gonna sing maybe 40 seconds. And you're gonna say, 40, no, I want more. Sing a whole song. And you're gonna want to hear more, okay? And it's all because of that. So today I kind of want to spend a little bit more time on it. And the thing is, I know that we've talked about this before. So if you've been following the workshops, you've heard me talk about this before. Maybe not, maybe this is your first time. But this is something that really needs to be practiced. Okay, so that's kind of what I want to do today. So um, let's try. Let's continue this. Okay, so let's try this picking. We did this before. This was toccata. Okay, and we're gonna play. Okay, so the notes, we'll go 4 notes at a time. Hopefully you guys know your notes, okay? This is all high notes, okay, on the A string. D, E, F, D. D, E, F, D. Try not to write anything down unless you really, really have to, but just kind of use your ear. D, E, F, D. Now what I'm going to do is slide up and play E, F, G, E. E, F, G, E. So it should sound something like this. Okay, take a few seconds. Okay, and I'm going to slide up one space, and this is high F. I'm going to play F, G, A, F. You guys okay with that? And finally, just three notes. We're going to slide to high G, G, A, B flat. So, okay, so one more time. Okay, we start on the D, four notes at a time. D, E, F, D. Now we're going to slide up to high E, E, F, G, E. Okay, now we're going to slide up to F, F, G, A, F. And the last one, just three notes. G, A, B flat. Okay, take a minute. Okay, try not to write anything down. I think you guys can work this out. Okay, so I'll continue from here. Okay, now we're going to start going backwards, two notes at a time. G, A, slide down, F, G, slide down, E, F, slide down, D, E, slide down, C sharp, D. Okay, so I'll start from when we go backwards. Okay, so we do this part. Okay, now one more time. G, A, slide down, F, G, slide down, E, F, slide down, D, E, slide down, C sharp, D. And when I put it together, okay, so take a minute, try to work it out. Try to just listen to the melody, you know. Da 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 da. Okay, try to hear the melody and work it out. Oh, I noticed lately, whenever I play, my hand has been cramping up quite a bit. Ooh. I don't know why. I don't practice that much. I wonder if it's from tennis. Tennis and golf, maybe. Okay. So, one more time. Okay, we'll try it together. Okay, ready, go. Okay, so I wanna give you guys a couple of minutes to get really comfortable with the melody. Yeah, I have. I've been trying to drink more Gatorade and things like that. I can't remember what when you're cramping up, that means you need more salt or you need more water or both. I can't remember. I've never had problems with cramps. Is it more salt or more water? More water. Less salt or salt is irrelevant? I remember somebody saying if you cramp, that's a I don't know, that doesn't quite make sense though. Oh, it was not salt, potassium, right? Lack of potassium? Well, I don't know. Okay, okay, so maybe one more minute, try to get comfortable with it, and then we're actually going to try to focus on certain things as we play, as we pick this. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're lost, I can go over the notes again. Oh, I forgot to shave. I meant to shave. Oh, magnesium. It's always in my ring finger. Hmm. Where's the last one? Okay, so coming backwards. G, A. Okay, I'll go from the top. Okay, so think of it as four notes. One, two, three, four. One, D, E, F, D. You move up to E. E, F, G, E. Move up. F, G, A, F. Move up. And this one is only three notes. G, A, B flat. Okay, now we're going to go backwards. And we have our G right here. G, A. Slide down. F, G. Slide down one. E, F. Slide down two. D, E. And then C sharp D. So when you play it backwards, does that help? Okay, so one more time. D, E, F, D. Slide up two spaces. E, F, G, E. Slide up one. And now we're just going to play three. G, A, B flat. Okay, and then backwards. G, A, F, G, E, F, D, E, C sharp D. Lack of fluid. That kind of makes sense, because now that I think about it, I tend to cramp up more after a night of drinking. And I guess alcohol, I've been told it dehydrates you. That kind of makes sense because I was drinking last night. Hmm. So, what's the solution? Quit drinking? Nah. Okay, so now here's what I want you to focus on when you're playing this, okay? Now, I talked about this before, but I just want to spend more time practicing, okay? We talked about when you pick, okay? When you pick and you want to get your thumb ready. So you pick and ready. Pick, and when I say ready, I mean I'm bringing my thumb up. I'm ready to pick the next string, but I'm not touching it. Okay, because if you touch it, it's going to sound like this. You see how the sound just stops? So what I want to do is pick, get ready, but don't actually touch the string. Okay, and this is kind of my fault because when I do talk about basic picking, I focus so much on the rest strokes, and I don't talk about bringing your thumb back up, back to the ready position. I only talk about, like if I'm picking the E string, just pick and rest on the string below, like this. Okay, but what I actually want you to do is pick, get ready, pick, get ready, pick, get ready, pick, get ready, oops, pick, get ready. Okay, so I'm going to pick and get ready. And then when I pick again, you're going to see my two fingers actually move at the exact same time. So if you were to ask me, which one comes first? Do I pick I put my finger on the E first and then pick? Well, I couldn't do it the other way because then that would be like a hammer-on, pick, right? Okay, but the correct answer is, I hope most of you guys already know the answer because I talked about this before, but it should be same time. Okay, when I say same time, I mean this finger is going down and I'm picking at the same time. Okay, so I want you to focus on that. So break down each note and think of it like this. Okay, pick, get ready. Okay, you're ready. Okay, here we go. And same time. Okay, get ready. And same time. Get ready. And even when you let go, you should let go at the same time. Okay, so you're like this, right? And then let go and pick at the same time. Can anybody tell me why this is important, like what this does? It is kind of hard to explain through a comment, but I'm just curious. Do you guys understand why I'm focusing on this so much? By the same time, you have to change and pick at the same time. You guys understand the purpose of that and why it's important? Good. It's the sustain, okay? Because when you play a melody, most of the time, not all the time, sometimes you want that little short, but most of the time, you don't want to hear the note actually change, okay? So by actually changing too quickly and then picking, you're going to do this. Can you hear the note stopping? Because I'm actually, when I do this, and my middle finger goes on, I'm actually stopping the string from vibrating, so the sound stops. Okay? So I don't want to stop the string and then pick. I want to do it at the same time. Okay, so even if I play slowly, the thing is, I don't want you to hear the sound just stop like this. Okay, and this is also a common problem with especially kids when they're first starting you know, they only want to use one finger. Maybe some of you guys are like that too. You're not comfortable using all your fingers, so you want to just use one finger and do this. Okay, and it's very difficult to change and pick at the same time when you're only using one finger. Okay, so you know that's another thing. Usually with kids though, like 5-year-olds like that, I'll kind of let them get away with it for a little while. Then I'll tell them, you know, okay, try using your middle finger, and it's so funny because when you force them to use the other fingers like their ring finger and their baby finger and you got to imagine they're only like 5 years old, maybe 6 years old. So it's funny to watch them how when they try to use these fingers that they can't really use, and you watch their face, and when they're trying to use it, their mouth opens like. It's so funny. It's cute. Okay, so, you know, but that's the main thing, right? You have to use your other fingers because you can get a nice, smoother sound. Oops. Okay, so you have to kind of really focus on it now, and then it kind of becomes a habit. And once it's a habit, you're going to realize, like, oh, yeah, because I don't think about it anymore. That was my impression of my 6-year-old and 5-year-old students. Okay, so it becomes a habit, but the thing is, you have to get past this point because once you pass this point and your melody line sounds good, even if it's just like a. Okay, even if it's just a song like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, okay, if you can play it nicely, then I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? Let's try a different song. Maybe. Okay, and then when your timing gets good, then I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? Let's try adding in some chords now. Oh, okay, so now when you can kind of get a nice sound and you can connect the notes nicely, I'm going to say, hey, you know, now let's try this. Let's try this. But if you're going to sound like this from the beginning, then I'm going to say, stop. No, we need to focus on the sound. We need to connect the notes a lot better. Okay? So hopefully you guys can kind of understand. I mean, that's what I always try to do because technically, if you just look at what we're learning today, it sorry, it doesn't really seem like we're learning much. But if you understand the purpose of this exercise and you really focus on your tone and connecting the notes nicely and do it enough so that it becomes a habit, okay? You cannot just say, you cannot do this, okay? Some of you guys might be at home doing this. You think, oh, I can do it. You think, oh, I can do it. But you really have to think about it. So you want to do it enough so that you don't have to think about it. And you know, a lot of times too, I might just pick pick a melody, maybe just like. And then someone might say, oh, I want to learn that. And the thing is, I don't know what I just played. I'm just picking notes, right? And if I can pick a melody nicely and then it kind of makes it, oh, that sounds nice. I want to learn that, then that's how you know, like, oh, okay, you know, you must be connecting the notes. You must be getting a good tone. You know, I remembered when Jake first decided to start playing solo. I don't know, I can't remember how many years ago. I wonder if it was like 20 years ago. Very probably maybe 15, I don't know. But I remember, you know, he started playing in a band, and then he played in another band, and then he said he wanted to go solo. And there were a lot of people who kind of doubted the possibilities of being a soloist as an ukulele player, because it was kind of like, who would want to listen to somebody play the ukulele for one whole hour or 90 minutes? You know, that's it. You just you and the ukulele, no singing. Like it's not gonna work. Nobody wants to see that. And I'll proudly say I wasn't one of those people who doubted, you know, his dream to be a solo artist. But it was something that a lot of people talked about. And the reason why, if you have been to his concert, the reason why you can sit there and just watch him, you know, is because of his tone, the way he connects his notes. And even when he does like fancier things and more difficult things, he still will get a nice tone and he'll still connect the notes nicely. Okay, so it's really, really important. Okay, if he played maybe While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and he played it like this, you know, maybe nobody would, you know, you wouldn't enjoy it, you know. And that's the difference, you know. And then if you want, just for you know, for a little exercise or just to kind of see more about what I mean, if you go on YouTube, okay, and then you can type in the song "While My Guitar Gently Weeps," and of course, you know, Jake arranged it, but there's hundreds of other ukulele players that play it and upload it to YouTube, and they pretty much play it the exact same way as Jake, or they try to, but then what you're gonna notice is it's not the same. The tone is different. Maybe they don't connect the notes as well. Yeah, and then try typing in other songs that you've heard Jake play, and then try to listen to, you know, and some actually play it well. You know, I'm not saying nobody plays it as good as Jake or anything. You know, there are some really great ukulele players out there, but that's usually what the difference is. You don't have to listen to the whole song and say which one you like better. You can usually just listen to the first 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and already make up your mind about how you feel this person is as a ukulele player. Okay, just like singing. I could sing for you guys for 20 seconds, 10 seconds, and you're gonna be like, okay, Bruce, I kind of made up my mind about you. Can we go back to learning the ukulele? Okay, so take a minute, just kind of focus on this. Oh, and this is how I used to practice a lot before. I kind of forget how the song went, but I remember when we were really young, Jake arranged the song "Close to You" by the Carpenters. Oops. Oops. something like that. But same thing. So when I would practice that, I would just kind of practice the and make sure it really comes out the way I want it to come out. One more time. The way I'm going from. So I don't want to just go like that. I want you to hear that how I go up. I don't know if you can hear me actually coming back down. You hear that? So I want you to hear that into that B7. Okay, so we're going to go over this a little bit, just the first line. So I'm going to give you more to practice. And like I said, the focus is how you can make it sound, how you can deliver the melody, like make people listen to it and go, oh, that's so pretty, or something like that, you know? So I'll give you guys 30 more seconds, and then we'll jump into the next parts. Okay, you guys ready to move on? Okay, so now we're kind of keeping the same concept. It's all about tone. It's all about how you connect the notes and the melody, but now we're adding in chords. I gotta find a better way. No. I hit that G. Okay, so there's all these things we can try to do. Okay, so it starts off E, G, and I'm just going to add the high D. This is like a C add 9 chord. Okay, why do birds? Okay, now how do you want to play it? Okay, so let's just for example, okay, get ready to type in something. Okay, on a scale of 1 through 10. Okay, I'm just gonna play it different ways, and you guys judge me. Okay, don't worry, don't worry about being too harsh. Okay, I'm a grown man. I can take it. Okay, so I'm just gonna play it differently, and you guys just tell me what you think. Just these 3 notes. Okay, here we go. Okay, 10 means like perfect. 1 is terrible. Anywhere in between. 1. 3. Okay. What is W? W. 2, 5. Okay. So it's preference. I mean, it could have been worse. To me, I could have played the wrong notes and everything. I could have been. Okay. To me, that would kind of be like the 1. Okay, I wouldn't really call this a 1, but right, you guys are right though. It's definitely not that great. Okay. So this is basically what I did earlier. Okay, and then you guys judged it. Okay, so now, just in a few words, tell me how I could improve this. What could I do to improve it? Give me some advice. Okay, 3 or 4. So I'm with you guys. Perfect. Softer. Okay, so I'll try a little softer. Here we go. Okay, so let's all agree Let's just all agree that was a 3. Okay, so everybody's kind of, but okay, we'll just say it's a 3. So softer. Okay, let me play it softer. Okay, well, okay, one thing at a time. So that was softer. Is it better? I'll do it again. Okay, okay. Maybe it was a little better. I think so. It wasn't, playing it softer isn't going to make it jump to like a 7 or 8, but I thought it was better. 3.5, okay. Okay, so, um, okay, so, okay, I'm going to try to just use rest strokes now. Okay, just use proper technique with my right hand, okay? One more time. Okay, where would you guys rate that? Last one was a 4. One more time. Is it still a 4? 4, 5. Okay. So remember now, my tone improved. My tone improved a lot. The sustain and connecting the notes part didn't improve, but my tone really did improve. One more time. Oh, I'm sorry, one more time. Okay, so my tone improved. That should make it go up at least a little. Okay. Okay, so by improving my tone, I changed to rest strokes. That's all I did. Instead of pulling away like this, okay, instead of doing that, I use rest strokes. And my tone improved tremendously. Okay, so where are we at now? Give me some. Are we still at 4 or 5? Is that the old comments from the last one? So give me a number. I need a number. Are we getting better? 5, 6.5. Okay, it's getting there. It's getting there. Okay, so we'll go with it's a 6 now. Okay, it's a 6. What can I do to make it better? So I think we're all we can agree that my tone is good. Okay, what can I do to make it? Play it again. Make it more smooth. Okay, so I'll do it one more time. Okay, so play it again. Okay, what do you mean by play it more smooth? Don't cut off the note. Good, more sustain. And this is what I'm talking about. So basically what I did was I just picked the note, I changed, and then I picked. And then I changed. Okay, so I'm not doing it at the same time, and that's why you're hearing that. Okay, so if I do it at the same time, one more time, one more time. Okay, so where are we at now? We're at a 9. 8, okay. Okay, good. I like that. A little more dynamics. Okay. And I think adding these little vibratos, I think yeah, adding these vibratos add a nice touch to it. Okay, so Slowly we're getting up there. Okay, so we're getting there. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you guys to take a couple of minutes and you play these three notes and you judge yourself the same exact way you judge me. Oh. The position for the last chord is, all you're going to do is add A5, your high D note right here. Okay, so I want everybody to try it for about a minute, and then I want everyone to just kind of put in what number you think you're at. And hopefully, this is what I'm hoping that I got to do for you guys during the lesson. The whole purpose of this lesson is to try to get you guys to do something very simple, but really focus on things like tone and connecting the notes rather than just, wait, put my finger, okay, E, G, and add the high D and just, and that's like the typical way of thinking, for every beginner trying to learn a song, it's always about your eyes and your fingers and wait, where was it? Here, and then what? Just go down, right? Yeah, it was like that. E, G, add the middle, okay. And that's a common way, that's how everybody learns, right? It's natural to learn that way, so hopefully, as a ukulele instructor, I'm trying to change that, trying to get you guys to judge yourselves the way that you guys judge me. And I'm a little sad that I didn't get a 10 from you guys. I'm just kidding. I'll take a 9. Okay, so go ahead and just kind of type in whatever you think. Just kind of be honest, because there's something else that I want to mention. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, when you're paying attention and focusing on the things that I'm asking you to focus on, you're gonna notice like sometimes like, oh, that was a good one. And then sometimes you go, wait, no, I didn't like that one. Let me try it again. Okay, that's completely fine. Okay, 7, 4, 5. Okay, 5, 6. Okay. So now you have to kind of ask yourself, hold on. Okay, so now you have to kind of ask yourself, why is it a 6? You've seen me kind of take it from a 3, then we kind of went to a 4, then went to a 5, then went to like a 6 or 6.5, then we jumped up to a 9. Okay, so you've seen me improve it slowly, and I just want to make sure, you guys should have the knowledge to improve it because you guys were so harsh on me. Okay, so Okay, so wherever you're at, 5, 6, 7, okay, you gotta just ask yourself. So just ask yourself this question right now. How do I make it 1 point higher? Like what is the next thing? Because you're already telling yourself, okay, it's not a 9, it's not a 10, it's not a 8, it's a 5. Like that's kind of like you must be doing something wrong where you're thinking it's a 5. So just ask yourself, okay, what's one thing I can try to focus on to make it a 6 or a 7? Or like Wendell, you're at a 6, okay? Why a 6, not a 7 or 8? And try to, figure it out. Good. Okay. Okay, the vibrato, I'm just moving the string up and down, okay? Normally when you hold your fingers like this, okay, so like when you pick G, you see how my fingers pointing straight up? It's very uncomfortable to do the vibrato this way. What some people do is they go sideways. I don't like to do it sideways though. I feel like I don't have as much control going sideways. So what I do is I turn my hand this way, and you ever make the shaka sign and you go like this? That's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. So if I curl my fingers in, you can see the shaka sign doing this. Something like that. So I got my thumb in the back. Okay, and you don't want to bend it too much because you don't want to change the pitch. You don't want to do that. Just a... Okay? Oh, that would be so funny, yeah, if two couldn't do something on Jake's Facebook Live where we just play these notes and then we just let all the viewers grade us, but we set it up so that I always get 1 point higher than Jake. That would be the most, oh, yeah, that'd be so funny. Like, oh, Jake 8, Bruce 8.5. Like, oh, again, let's try it again. Do something else. Like, oh, Bruce 9, Jake 8. That'd be funny. Okay. Okay, so when you're doing this, okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next part. Okay, now I'm going to keep this here. The melody is D, C, D, E, B. So just try that. So down, down, and so D, C, D, E, B. Okay? And okay, but now I'm going to throw the chords in here. Okay? And now for the D, I'm going to use this chord again. Pick this C, D, E, and then I'm going to use a B7. So B7 like this, and I'm already holding the B on the bottom. And I usually slide from D to E. Oh, that was a bad one. Go to the B7. B7. Okay, and don't worry about timing. Just worry about playing it nicely. Make sure you get that nice sound. Take your time. Okay, so just play it nice and slow like that and focus on your tone. Okay, so same thing over here. I'm just going to hold the chords. I'm going to play it slowly and just focus on tone. One more time. Okay, so I'm holding this and picking. Oh. Get that? Oops. Just like that. And then I'm going to the B7. Okay, give it a go. Oh, and just to let you guys know, tomorrow there's no workshop. Sorry, I had to cancel. I had to schedule an appointment, and tomorrow was the only day I could do it. Well, they could do it. Okay, so when you put it together, okay. But I did upload Live. You guys can still work on that in the intermediate class, right? Okay, so I think you guys still have a lot to practice. You guys can work on that. Okay, so let's just take this part. No, there isn't a rule as to, where I'm going to slide, but I do feel like because I'm here, I could do it that way. I just kind of feel like it's a smoother transition instead of so for me personally, I just kind of like that feeling better. But yeah, there's no rule. It's kind of just feel, and you listen to it and then you might think like, oh, this is a nice place to slide. And that's about it, I think. Yeah. I don't know if I don't have any rules about it. Okay, Ariel, have fun at work. Thank you for joining us. Cheers. Okay, so now this is a much harder part, right, than the first part. Okay. So hopefully you got this to like maybe an 8, maybe a 9, 10, okay? But now when you do this part, this part also needs to be a 8, 9, or 10. Okay? But it's a harder part, right? So, but you would just kind of judge yourself the same way. Okay, so as a beginner, these parts actually they feel a lot harder, more difficult, because they are more difficult. But, it makes no sense to just like, oh, well, when I do this, it's a 3, but I'm going to move on anyways. That's also a 3, but that's all right. I'm just going to move on anyways. Wow. Hey, I can almost play the whole verse. But the thing is, it's a 3, right? It's on a scale of 1 through 10, every single part is like a 3, so it doesn't make sense to continue. Okay, so take a couple of minutes. Okay, and just work on both parts. Let me get something real quick. Give me 1 minute. All right, so the last B chord, because it's barred. Let me see, the B7. You can still kind of wiggle your fingers a little. I wouldn't. I actually focus more on making sure I just play a nice B7. Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, I wouldn't put it there. Um, I don't know why though. I guess for me it just doesn't feel natural to try to force a vibrato there. Okay. Okay, so let's move on from here. The melody B, D, F sharp every time. B, D, F sharp. So I'm going to hold this B7 and play the B, D. Okay, now this is kind of a tricky chord. It looks like this. This is a B minor. B minor 7 actually. So I'm actually holding, okay, I'll start with my pointer finger. Space number 7 on the G string, and on the E string, space number 7. Okay. Now with my ring and my baby finger, I'm holding the C string, space number 9, and my baby finger, A string, space number 9. It's kind of a difficult chord. So I'm going to slide up and add these two fingers here. Okay, so this is a difficult chord for some of you. I know for most of you guys, this might be a hard chord. And this chord might be the reason why when you do this section, it might be a 3 or a 4 or a 5. 8? 8 years old, or your level is 8? Wow. And you're keeping up. Good job. Hey, you notice how I slide there? Okay, so this chord might make you say, oh, it's on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm a 3 or a 4, but that's okay. You just got to work on it. Okay, finger number 1 on space number 7 of the G string. Finger number 2 on space number 7 of the E string. Finger number 3, C string, space number 9. And finger number 4 on the A string, space number 9. So it kind of looks like something like this. 7, 9, 7, 9. Okay, and the trick to this chord is kind of like the like a G7 chord. If your fingers are all pointing up and down like this, it's impossible, I think, to hold this chord. You need your fingers to be pointing towards your your right shoulder. Okay? So you see how my fingers are all kind of slanted this way, not up and down, but this way. And this is how I have room to put my middle finger here. Okay? If I'm up and down like this, there's no room for me to squeeze my finger there. So I need to make sure I'm turned. So basically, this part of my hand is actually touching the ukulele. This is how I'm getting this angle here. Oh, I see. So bar this and then add these two, or these two maybe. You could do it like this. This is actually feels. This is harder for me, but yeah, this will work. It's the same thing. So no, 7979. Linda, yeah, 7979. And then yeah, this is fine. If you want to do it this way instead of this way. I feel like I have a hard time getting a nice. Yeah, so it's preference. Just try to make sure, yeah, you're getting a nice sound. See, this isn't good. So I really feel like if I do it this, I have to squeeze really hard. Oh, oh, oh. Versus this way. Okay. But it's preference. Okay, so after we do this, every time. And I want to just add this part. You are. So what I'm doing is I'm playing. See, so just keep the same chord. Pick the E string. And then my baby finger, I'm going to move it to space number 10 on the E string and pick this. So you're basically playing B, D. And this is the lyrics. You are. So every time you are. It's got that. So B is on the E string. U and D is on the E string space number 10. You are. So every time you are. Oh, cramping up. If your hands are getting sore, take a break, relax. Okay, so one more time. Words suddenly appear every time you are. And then we're going to go into the last part in about a minute. Okay, so I'll let you guys practice that. Every time you are. You guys okay with that? Okay, go ahead, take a minute. Pardon. Okay, and don't forget now, you want to try to make sure every section is like a 8, at least a 8, okay? Okay, and that's how I want you guys to practice it. Just kind of like very slow like this, each part. Okay, every note, every chord that you play, pay full attention to it. And in 1 minute, I'm going to go over the last part for today. I think I slept funny last night, debating what to do after this. Tennis usually is my tennis day, Saturday and Sunday, or massage. The massage, tennis, tennis, and then get a massage. That sounds good too. What to do? So many choices in life. So many difficult decisions to make today. Okay, so here we go. And here we go. Middle finger is on the C string, space 11, and my pointer finger is on the A string, space number 10. So 0, 11, 0, 10. So we're going to learn 4 chords right now. I'm not 4 chords, but 4 different voicings. Okay, here's 1, 2, watch my middle finger. I'm going to slide down 2 spaces, and I'm going to add my ring finger. So now it's 0, 9, 0, 9. Okay, so from here, now I'm going to slide down 2 spaces, so it's 0, 7, 0, 7. My middle finger is going to slide down 1, and I'm going to add the high D, so it's 0, 6, 0, 5. So it looks like this. Okay, these 4 right here. So once again, 0, 11, 0, 10. And then 0, 9, 0, 9. And slide down 0, 7, 0, 7. And then slide down 0, 6, 0, 5. Okay, so it's every time you are near, and I just kind of walk it down. Okay, so everybody okay with that? One more time. 0, 11, 0, 10. Okay, notice that my middle finger stays on the C string all the time. So I'm just, if you watch my middle finger, it's just like this. Slide, add my ring, slide, and then slide and add my pointer. So whenever I use my ring finger, I turn my hand this way. When I have to use my pointer finger, I turn it back this way. Okay, so the angle of my finger. So one more time. Okay. How you guys doing? Everybody okay? So we kind of have the sections now. I I want you guys to kind of run through it so you don't forget it, right? You want to make sure you don't forget how the song goes. Oh, you don't have to add that. Oops. So once in a while, you'll run through the whole song, and you don't really care about the sound because you're just trying to make sure you don't forget it. But when you do actually sit down and focus, and have a really focused practice, just kind of grade yourself. Oh no, not like that, not like. No, 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 no. It's kind of. Yeah, that's the one. That's better. You're gonna add vibrato. Maybe you want one, like that. Maybe you want two. It's up to you. Oh, I like that. So. Oh yeah, I like that one. No, I don't like that. I kind of caught the string too much. Hey, something like that, right? And then you can, okay, next part. Oh, I like that. No, I don't like that. No, so you're just kind of sitting down. You're trying to, and like I said, the goal is you have to judge yourself. You have to be able to tell yourself on a scale of 1 through 10, that was a 4. I can't move on yet. I got to make it a, okay, how do I make it a 5? Okay, I'm going to do that. Hey, yeah, that was better. Okay, 5. Now I'm at around 5, 6. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, you know what? I'm buzzing here. I got to fix that. And eventually you're going to say, oh, yeah, this is an 8. And you say, okay, I like it. And then you kind of move on. So when you put it together, and let it ring. Okay, and that's all we're going to cover today. So I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to try it, and if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, because unless you're recording, if you're not recording, right, once you forget it, you're just going to be stuck. Oh, I'll type that in. The name of this song is called Close to You. Oh, that wasn't good. So you guys think you got it? Any other questions? Okay, good. So once again, let's just kind of recap. Today, I wanted to focus more on tone, okay, and connecting notes. And we already agreed, we talked about this, right? Like when it comes to singing, um, that's what we listen for. You know, that's what we want to hear. We love singers that have a strong voice, a nice sound, nice tone. And when they sing, they can really connect each syllable and carry that melody, which gives out emotion, and you know, and we can feel that from them. Okay, as ukulele players, it's the same thing. Okay, except we're not singing, so we have our instrument. Okay, so how do we play? How do we play our ukulele and give out an emotion? It's the same thing as a singer. We've got to focus on our tone, focus on how we connect the notes. We can use these techniques to give out a little more emotion. You know, we can play with dynamics to go from soft to loud and get stronger, then come back down. Okay, these are all things we can do, and it's for that purpose of trying to let out some kind of emotion or feeling when we play. Okay, so we broke it down on a scale of 1 through 10. You guys said 3. And then I tried to go a little softer. Oh, and you said 4. Then I changed the tone. Hold on, then I did this, changed the tone, but I didn't connect the notes. Then you guys went up, right? 5. Then I tried to connect the notes. Okay, then it went up, and you said maybe more vibrato. And then when I played it the best I could have played it, you guys said 9. Okay, so good. So that's what I want you to remember. Okay, that's what the focus is on today. It's about improving your sound. And like I said, I can play for 5 seconds and I'll ask you, do you want to hear more? And if you say no, that probably means my tone or the way I connected the notes wasn't good. Okay, so you want to get into the habit of trying to do all of those things, and then later on you slowly start learning more. Then you build yourself up to a 20-second song, then a 40-second song, then a 1-minute song, and then a 2-minute song. And then when you're like Jake, then it's like, wow, 90 minutes. That's a long, long time. All right. So, is there any questions? Because I'm going to start wrapping up, and I think I'm going to go. Yeah, I should go get some exercise. Exercise is good. I'll probably go play some tennis. All right. No, actually, to be honest, I actually don't remember this whole song. I forget. I forget. Dun, 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 dun. That is why. Dun, 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 dun. Something like that. Yeah, I kind of. It's been years, like maybe 20 years ago, I think. Something like that since I last played this song. But yeah, I think maybe slowly we can work on it. But like I said, right? I mean, if you cannot, if you cannot, you know, play even just the first section and make it an 8, and then the next section an 8. I mean, there's no sense in moving on, right? So I want you guys to just kind of focus on that for now. And then when you tell yourself, oh no, this is like a 5 or a 6, just really ask yourself, okay, wait. You can't just keep playing it the same way over and over and over because it's always going to be a 5 or a 6. You have to think, what can make it a 6 or a 7? And then you focus on that. And then when it's a 7, you say, okay, how do I make this an 8? Because when it's about an 8, that's when I'm willing to move on. So how do I make it an 8? And you got to actually think of something. You can't just keep doing it over and over and over, okay? And then some of you, like I think you're going to get stuck on this chord right here. Okay? And so, unfortunately, it is a difficult chord, and you just have to keep running through it until you can get it nice and clean. Okay? And like I said, it all comes down to trying to get your part, that small part, to be an 8, 9, or 10, and then you move on. Okay? So, the main thing is I want to keep this open so that I can get my middle finger here. To me, the middle finger one, pointer and middle, is the hardest part. And once you're here, yeah, you just got to kind of get comfortable. You got to, maybe if you're not comfortable using these fingers, you got to open your mouth when you do it. All right. And okay, it is a difficult chord, but just give it time. You guys will get it. Okay, and if you need to, just keep practicing. But what I would suggest is when you're practicing, don't take your baby finger off because you actually, it's already here. You want this slide, then you got to get these and that one. Okay. These two down, and then your ring finger. Okay. And like I said, we talked about this before. It's all muscle memory, so practice it slowly. When your hands get a little tired, don't overdo it. Don't hurt yourself. Just take a break. And every time you take a break and then you come back to it, maybe 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, 1 hour later, 2 hours later, you're going to notice that, hey, it did get a little bit easier, okay? And that's going to encourage you, and it's going to make you think that, oh, if I just keep practicing longer, I'll get better faster. But that's not the case, right? It's always that break. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but something like muscle memory, that break is really important, So if you go 5 or 10 minutes of just trying to do this, yeah, your mouth open, whatever, okay? Then you do it for 5 or 10 minutes. You take a break, and then a couple hours later, you try it again. You go, oh yeah, it's a little bit better. It's a little easier. So keep doing it, 5 or 10 minutes. If your hands get tired, take a break. 2 hours later or the next day, you're going to try it again, and you're going to notice it keeps getting a little easier and easier. Okay? It depends. Like, I think a lot of us, including myself, on the far stretches, we just kind of look as a security thing. I used to practice blindfolded. I used to put my thing on and try to get a feel for the notes. So I think I'm okay if I'm blindfolded, but I don't have the confidence. Like, oh, I hope I don't miss, So I kind of use my eyes as more of a security thing. But yeah, usually only when you're kind of jumping to high places, from low places to high places. But I think, yeah, if you play enough, you don't actually need your eyes so much. I think it's more just for security and, so if I need to jump from B to G, I'm basically just looking at the G. Oops. But if I close my eyes, I don't know. Oh. It's kind of the same. It's not that much difference. But yeah, with my eyes, I'm a little bit more confident, a little bit more. That's pretty much as far as using your eyes. I think that's what that does. But most of it is by feel. All right. So, wait, are you on the side of your finger? No, I'm using all fingertips. Fingertip, 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 fingertip. Oh, my ring finger isn't quite fingertips, but yeah, it's really hard to get that in. Yeah, it's a kind of difficult chord. So the main thing though is my ring finger, I'm not quite using my fingertip, but I'm not actually using flat fingers like this. I'd say it's somewhere in between that. But the main thing is I don't touch the string below. Physically, if I flatten my fingers, right? Finger, so yeah, this is a difficult chord, but um, I know you guys can get through it. Just gotta stick with the method of practicing for 5-10 minutes, take a break, practice for 5-10 minutes. I mean, all of these songs, that I've learned when I was younger, um, almost every song, there's a certain part that, oh, I hate this chord, or, oh, you got to go from here to there. Almost every song kind of has something that's difficult about it. Because to be honest, especially when I was younger, right, if the song was simple, I wouldn't want to learn it. So I would always want to learn these harder songs, but I know for a fact, no matter how difficult it seems, yeah, you just keep doing it. You always gonna be able to break through it and eventually hold it nice and easy. All right. So I hope you guys practice and don't overdo it, because I know this kind of exercises, when we're focusing on tone and everything, your hands will start to, it takes a toll. Your hands will start to get a little tired or a little sore. Maybe your thumb, right? Because you're holding these difficult chords. So just take a break. Don't strain yourself. I would honestly tell you, if I honestly thought that the more you practice, the better you would get. I mean, in a sense, like practice all at one time, like 2 hours, straight. If I thought that was better, I would actually tell you guys, yeah, try to work through the pain, because the more you practice, the better it is. But I don't believe that at all, so that's why I don't encourage it. I think the individual breaks that you take, each break you take is where you'll improve. And I compare it to like lifting weights. When you lift weights, you're actually tearing up your muscles and you're making yourself weaker. But it's the recovery part. When you're recovering, your muscles heal back together and then you become stronger. So without the break, you wouldn't get stronger. Okay, so it's the same thing. I kind of feel like, I don't know why it's like that, but it makes sense. You're trying, you can't do it, and you can try for 1 or 2 hours straight and you still won't be able to do it. And you take the break, you're going to notice, hey, it's a little easier now. Okay, so I've experimented with it. You don't have to go 1 hour, 2 hours. I actually think 10 minutes is kind of a lot, but definitely when your hands are getting sore, that means take a break. All right, so I'm going to start logging out. I'm going to go get in some exercise. Later on, if you guys do have any questions, you guys know you can email me or whatnot, and I'm always here to help. All right, so you guys enjoy the rest of your day or night, evening, and I'll see you guys next week. All right? All right, you guys, thank you very much. See you later.